Hello, we are back for another episode of Building Legos with y'all in real life while I answer your questions extravaganza, part 3. I got another set here. And this is set 21116, and it's called the crafting box. Now this one is kind of cool because it has a lot of Minecrafty oriented blocks in it. So you got like mushrooms and furnace eyes and TNT and skeletons and stuff like that. Like the type of things you would typically have in a Minecraft world. But there's no real like set build. I mean, it says like it's got 8 in 1, so there's like 8 different building instruction things you can do. But this is really more of like a creative set. Whereas like the other one was like, here's a big giant like mine shaft type of thing. This is kind of like, well, you can build these things, but you got the creative freedom to do whatever. This comes out again in November. I'm not exactly sure what time, but I'm gonna do this. I think maybe this one's a smaller one than the last one, so we probably do this all in one episode, maybe. But I'm going to do it just like the other ones. I'm going to time-lapse it, and then we are going to, I'm going to answer your questions that you put in the comments of the last episodes. Okay, let's do it.
Alrighty, let's get started with another round of Q&A, shall we? These are from the YouTube comments from the last couple episodes. First question, Made in America 18 asked, "Hey Jenny, was wondering, what keeps you motivated to do stuff on YouTube? Because it seems like you spend a lot of time trying to keep your viewers happy with whatever you're doing." The answer is in the question. Keeping you guys happy with what I'm doing is what motivates me. A comedian or an entertainer is nothing without an audience. And I love, just even outside of YouTube, I love being an entertainer and entertaining people. Ever since I was a kid, I really enjoyed cracking people up, pulling little jokes on them or dressing up goofy or, whatever the case might be. And really that's what keeps me going. And I think that's a secret to one of the secrets of being a successful YouTube channel is really just trying to make your audience entertained. So sometimes it's laughing, sometimes it's like, oh, I learned something today, or sometimes just really connecting with your audience. And so just in general, that keeps me motivated. It's the growth has slowed down tremendously over the past year. YouTube changes things so often that you can't really look and say, oh, okay, subscribers are way down, on a daily basis, and views aren't really climbing and whatever. But you got to get to a point where you just can't you can't base your happiness off of that. You have to base your happiness off of how happy your audience is. And so that is that. And as a similar one, DozaCraft asks, when you get burnt out on Minecraft, as we all do, what do you do to refresh inspiration to build and play again? So for me, I typically will, if it is for a series, and this is in general, I'll just stop the series. If I'm no longer having fun with it and I know that it's kind of reached its end, I'll just stop it. And I may come back to it. I mentioned before, like Minecraft, I stopped, last January, and it was 6 months. I didn't get back on until the server rebooted. But in general, just Minecraft in general, I will I will just get on and play and not really focus on recording. Don't think about it as what episode am I going to do today? You just think about it and you go, what do I want to do? And a lot of times you get in a mindset where you can't necessarily, the stuff that you that makes you happy, that you want to do, makes bad video. You know, chopping down trees, going branch mining, you know, just walking around, doing a little caving. 9 times out of 10, that's not like the most exciting stuff in the whole world, but it's what allows you to just kind of hit the reset button. And so that's what I do a lot. Or I try a new mod, start a new series, stuff like that. It really helps me out. Let's see. Adam J asks, you've always seemed to be just a genuinely chill and easygoing guy. I was wondering if you had any pointers how to be just as chill as you. Life advice, stress relief. So I'm chill. I'm really chill, and I have my dad to thank for that. He is the most Zen master dude I've ever met. And so I've even as a kid, I understood that and respected it and said, you know what, I want to be like my dad when I grow up. But I think everybody gets affected by negative things. I try to reduce the amount of negativity in my life. Of course, there's always drama and negative things going on in YouTube, both from the viewers, the people in the comments and behind the scenes stuff. There's always like someone's mad at somebody or, someone's salty or whatever the case might be. Minecraft behind the scenes, YouTube behind the scenes. But I just kind of back away from that stuff. It's like if someone wants to be a negative Nancy, well, that's their business. I look at my own backyard. I make sure my backyard is exactly how I want it. And once you have that in place, then everything else is kind of okay. It doesn't really matter so much. When I'm faced with with bad stuff, like, a few years ago, I lost my job. I was laid off. And it was right at that point of where I was like, do I do YouTube full-time or not? And I usually will sit down, like, you could look at it and go, oh my God, I lost my job. This is awful. Will I ever make it? How will I do whatever? I'll be out on the street. You just kind of look at the worst case scenario. This is what I do. I go, what is the absolute worst thing that will happen? It's like, okay, I lost my job. Am I going to die? No. Like, there's tons of stuff. You go get a job at McDonald's, if you need to feed the family. Maybe you're behind on bills or something like that. It's like, okay, you cancel your cable TV for a little bit. Like, there's plenty of people worse off than you when you're in a bad situation. But I look at the worst possible outcome, and I go, can I live with that? Am I okay with that? And the answer is usually, yeah. It would suck, but it's livable and temporary. And then after that, like, you just stop worrying about stuff. It's pretty nice. So that was a great question. Narcoleptic Cheetah asks, I was curious how you gear your content towards your demographic. Specifically, what have you found to be your target audience, and do you have to censor yourself, or does it come naturally after a while? And the reason I picked this question is because I think a lot of people, especially I read this a lot on the subreddit of Minecraft, people think that I'm putting on some kind of act, or I've figured out, hey, young kids watch more videos than older people. I am going to change my content and cater it to the young people. And I know your question is not really like intended badly. Like you're genuinely asking. But if you think that way, you're going at it the wrong way. Be you. Be who you are. If you swear naturally in real life, that's who you are. Be yourself and swear. Me, I hardly ever swear. Like, only when I'm really, really mad, and then I swear like 3 sailors with Tourette's. But I make videos that make me happy. And, kind of going back to the very first question about making my viewers happy, well, I'm making the viewers happy that understand me and who I am. And I'll never change myself to try to win over an audience. It just doesn't work for me. So, some people might I'll use Good as an example, because I see a lot of, I don't like generic B because all he does is like role play and he acts like a kid. I'd rather watch Good because he's more mature and he tells life stories and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's great. And that's why we're two different people, and we have two naturally forming audiences that will watch us. So yeah, don't change yourself. Don't, there's a niche for everybody. All right, so Daniel S. asks, what's the craziest thing you've ever done in your life? A few years ago, I did a thing called the Rickshaw Run, and that is a charity race where I drove a rickshaw across the entire country of India. And it was supposed to take like 2 to 3 weeks. I lasted 3 to 4 days, and it was mainly because I was the only person on my team. I had 2 other teammates, and they both bailed on me, where I couldn't get any replacements in time. But I was determined to do it. I've always been about charity, and this was an exciting thing. But you drive a motorized rickshaw, which is like if a golf cart and a moped had a baby. Got my motorcycle's license just for it. And it was insane. It was so enriching and so terrible at the same time, because it was murderous. I mean, it was the most brutal thing I've ever put myself through. I would drink 7 liters of water a day, and I know this is gross, but like I didn't pee for 3 days. It was like sweating it out. I was getting dehydrated even with 7 liters a day. It was nuts. One of my greatest memories I'll ever have, and definitely the craziest thing I've ever done in my life. Let's see what else we got. Lee S. says, are you planning on playing more other types of games than Minecraft, or will you continue mainly playing this game? There's been a lot of talk lately. I got a little throat bubble. There's been a lot of talk lately about whether or not Minecraft is dying, and I think it still has a lot of meat on the bone, and maybe not vanilla Minecraft as much, but definitely there's tons of really awesome mods that are coming out. I'm happy that Microsoft has purchased them. I'm hoping that means there'll be more development resources and more new things happening, either in the vanilla game or a mod API, so mods will be easier to make and implement. I see it lasting for quite a while, and just when I get tired of something, all of a sudden someone puts together a new mod pack, and it's super exciting, and I'm like, oh, I'm addicted, and it's perfect. It fits my play style and my overall lifestyle, and it's still to this day one of my most popular type of series on my channel. Do I plan on playing other games? I do play other games. I play a lot of indie games. They're different. It's a different type of play. It doesn't have the same. They don't have the same type of like super fandom, that Minecraft does have. And everybody worries about it. As a YouTuber, like what happens when Minecraft dies? I'll still be playing other games. And by the time, there will be a time one day when I'm like, I am absolutely so tired of Minecraft, I never want to play it. I did that with World of Warcraft. And I'll quit, and I'll play something else. But I don't plan on leaving YouTube. Like, this is the greatest thing ever. Okay, what else we got? Ruby's Own, who is a mod, or moderator? Yeah, on the Minecraft subreddit. Jenny, what would be your best tip for other content creators? I feel like you may have quite a few watching that wouldn't mind some advice. So I've said lots of things before. Focus on quality. Don't really focus on the size of your channel, because even if you have like 200 people, that's 200 people. That's a huge amount of people watching your stuff. I would say have fun. And again, I mean, like, you see people who play Pokemon, and to me, playing Pokemon or watching Pokemon would bore me to tears. Or someone playing StarCraft or League of Legends. Like, that stuff bores me to tears. Mario Kart, I couldn't watch Mario Kart. That's just me. But there are people who dedicate their entire channels to that, and it's successful because they love it. And you gotta focus on what you love. As soon as you start thinking about, what can I do to grow my channel? What can I play on my channel that would make my channel successful? You've already lost the game. Just focus on what you love. That's the thing. Someone also did mention, or there were a few questions about what I use to record. I use DX Story to record, OBS to record when I live stream, and I use Adobe Premiere CS6 to render my videos. Let's see. Emmanuel N says, "Are you done playing UHC?" I think so. We keep talking about changes to it. What can we do to, make it different and stuff? But I think Minecraft has evolved so much, and especially with all of the different types of PvP mini games that are out. I think UHC is no longer exciting for me and no longer exciting for my viewers. When it's past couple times that I have been involved with it, it's been 4 episodes of getting gear and then trying to find somebody and getting shot by skeletons, and that's 4 episodes. And I'm on my channel. You rarely will see me do a caving episode or a world tour episode or anything, because those personally don't interest me. I don't think that that's the level of entertainment that I want to put on my channel. So having 4 episodes of me like trying to find iron and stuff like that, just it doesn't. I personally, I'm just kind of done with it. That's me. Pincushion asks, "Hey Jenny, I'm also a YouTuber. Just wondering how long it usually takes you to make an episode, and what audio video software do you use?" Okay, so I talked about the software. How long it usually takes me to make an episode? It could be anywhere from exactly the amount of time it takes me to record. So sometimes I'll hop on and be like, all right, we're gonna like crash landing. Sometimes it's, all right, I've done some stuff, let's turn in quests, and it takes no time. Or a lot of times with me and B-dubs when we derp around, or if we're playing mini games or something, no time at all. For the real meat and potatoes, if I'm building something on Minecraft, or if I am doing some serious work on Crash Landing or Agrarian Skies back in the day, etc., hours. And that's the best time for me. Again, if you stop thinking about time spent versus views and versus money and all of that, just focus on, are you having fun? And there's times I literally spend all day long in Crash Landing to make a 30-minute video for you guys. But it's because I love doing it. And it comes across so much better in a video, in my opinion. Makes it totally worth it. Jay Amundsen asks, "What is a quirk you love about your wife?" I love my beautiful bride so much. Quirk I love, I think, is because she is Bulgarian and English is a second language to her. She speaks great English, amazing English, and her accent is really, really, really good. But every once in a while, she'll misuse a word. Sometimes instead of saying graceful, like the cat tries to jump on a table and he falls off, and she'll go, "Oh, you're really gracious there." So say gracious instead of graceful, instead of popular, she might say popular sometimes. But it's like super rare, just kind of pops out every once in a while, pops out. It just makes me smile because I love it so much. And then the final question, Fact to Chief 5 says, or asks, you made a quick mention of Revenge of the BTeam about a month or so ago. What can we expect to see in the new mod pack? So it is underway, being developed right now, the initial stages of development. I am really hoping that will come out sometime in December. Fingers crossed, but I'm not 100% sure about it. This is going to be, it will be multiplayer. It will for sure be, on a server. As far as people involved, there'll be some people from Attack of the BTeam. There'll be new people. There'll be new people that you know well. There'll be people that you've never heard of. There'll be small people. There'll be large people. There'll be foreign people. There'll be beautiful people and ugly people. No. But the mods that we are going to implement, we're, again, just like Attack of the BTeam, often imitated, never duplicated. I really feel like we brought to the table some really new and interesting mods to that mod pack. We're going to try to do the same, but it will have, I don't want to spoil too much, but the idea is it will have goals and objectives in the mod pack to where our videos are going to be completely different than any typical mod pack video that you may see out there. It's not going to be any of that like, okay, so here's, we're going to build a house today. If you build something, there's a reason for it. And that's all I'm going to say. You guys are going to love it. I know you are. Hopefully it will get done in December. A lot of people have been asking if I'll get on Crack Pack. Not really interested in it because it's well put together, but Revenge of the BTeam is going to have such an interesting twist to it that you guys are just going to really enjoy it. I know you will. Okay, that is it. So let us now go back and look at the finishing results of this Lego build.
Oh, am I done? Okay, hey, I'm rolling over plastic bag. Okay, so like I said, this Lego set is a little bit different than the other ones in the fact that it's more of a, what do they call it, crafting box? This is the crafting box. So it's really more about just having all the pieces you need to create something rather than, okay, here's all the pieces. No, give you a bunch of pieces you need to create whatever you want versus here's exactly the pieces you need to create something. So this was one out of the 8 different ideas they gave you in the booklet, and so I'll run you through it. We got ourselves a nice little furnace right in there, a couple trees. I like how they've done, I think I can lift this, maybe. Oh no, that's a bad idea. Bad ideas. Mistakes have been made. Oh Lord. Okay, never mind. But we got the little garden, little village type of thing, nice little well type business with all the torches, little flowers and railings. I really like the railings. And then, of course, with the kit, like you get mushrooms. This is an iron door, which I think is really cool. This is really clever. It's a little red mushroom. It's just a square red thing on a little round white thing. It is so clever. I love it. And so the cool thing is, like, not only do you have this, but I'm gonna take this aside. Here's all the pieces that I had left over. If you can see that. It might be cut off by the screen, I'm not sure. But that's a ton of pieces still. And you can make all sorts of cool lava stuff. That's what the orange is for lava. Tons of lava, tons of little water bricks. Tons of these awesome clear, I love clear Lego, it's my favorite. So yeah, this is super cool. Oh, and there's probably these are probably for like coal blocks, I would imagine. Ho ho! So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I really like building Lego, like a lot. I keep wanting to do something like super wicked, like the Star Wars Death Star, you know, or something like that. It definitely takes more time to do these type of episodes because it's a little more editing, and this camera, even though it's an awesome camera, it kind of stinks at at video and stuff like that. But yeah, I was thinking like doing the Death Star or that really huge, I think it's like $500-600 the Star Destroyer. But that might be biting off more than I can chew. I don't know. You guys let me know if you would watch, like, if a Star Destroyer took 10 episodes and I just answered questions while I did it. Let me know. Leave a like on this episode as well if you enjoyed these series, because that really does let me know whether or not I should keep on doing things. So that is it for me. Thank you for watching, and thank you to Mojang and Lego for providing these to build for you guys. They didn't pay me, but they did give me free Lego, and you can't beat that with a stick. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, take care. Brush your hair. I'll see you when I see you. Purr.